Africa is in urgent need of independence from bad leaders and their Western collaborators who steal from our commonwealth. This was contained in a press statement issued by Global Initiative for Food Security and Ecosystem Preservation, known as GIFSEP, in Abuja to mark the 60th anniversary celebration of African Union, which was formerly known as Organization of African Unity. Hence, in an expectation of the incoming democratic dispensation in Nigeria, the spokesperson of GIFSEP, Mike David, who also doubled as team lead of Vote for Climate Change, noted that Nigerians and indeed Africans are tired of bad leadership, therefore needs problem-solving leaders.
Africa is in urgent need of independence. Somebody may ask, independence from what? Are we not already independent? But the fact is that Africa is in urgent need of independence from bad leaders and their Western collaborators who steal from our commonwealth. Today we are gathered to celebrate Africa Day and to talk about some of the issues affecting our continent, one of which is climate change and energy access. Nigerians and indeed Africans are tired of bad leadership. All we want are leaders who see problems and solve problems. We don't want leaders who see problems and cause more problems. And climate change is one of the very big problems, followed, of course, with lack of energy access. Despite our position as one of the biggest oil producers in the world, the electricity sector remains one of the biggest challenges and one of the major barriers that has been identified is the lack of political will. There is also inadequate investment in renewable energy. Maybe because we are a fossil fuel dependent country. 2 days ago, we celebrated the biggest oil refineries in Africa. And I was just saying that I wish that is the biggest solar factory in Africa. There are other issues. The cost of renewable energy is high. There is also lack of awareness among our people. There is also the standardization of many of the solar and other renewable energy accessories. And that is why many people believe that solar doesn't work. Because we buy all our panels from China and Asia, and you cannot guarantee the quality, most of it. But the fact is that it actually works. So, the outgoing administration took some steps. Just last month, there was the foundation laying ceremony of a solar factory somewhere in Nasarawa State.
Speaking further, the spokesman of GIFSEP made some demands from the incoming government of the President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu on how to improve renewable energy and climate change in Nigeria, which he believed can be backed by incentive, innovations, and investment.
Some of these challenges can be solved by the incoming administration. All that is required is the political will. The political will for climate action, backed by these three major things: incentives, innovation, and investment. He came up with some demands. He demand that the incoming administration appoint as ministers and other executive officers capable and experienced individuals with track record into key ministries such as Ministry of Environment. We need a capable and qualified minister for environment. Ministry of Finance and Planning, Energy, Water Resources, and other related ministries. Appointment should not be based on political party affiliation, zoning, or political compensation alone. We want a Minister of Environment who is not a climate denier. It must be an individual that understands financial flows and can represent Nigeria at international bilateral meetings such as the COPs and others. The same applies to the National Assembly. The Senate and House Committee on Environment and Climate should be senators and members of the House who understand climate and environmental issues and will perform their oversight responsibilities with credibility. We don't just want to. The inclusion of women and youth is very critical. We call for the appointment of capable youth and women in the new government. The president-elect should be reminded that we are sitting on a gold mine of ideas from young people and women, and we are not tapping from it. Women and youth must not be excluded. Same advice goes to state governors as well. Put climate change at the heart of all decision making. It is very important to invest in data and listen to the science. Most climate deniers refuse to listen to the science, and that is why we are having this issue. All government policies should be backed by science and data. And we therefore call for the reactivation and strengthening of that interministerial committee on climate change. One of the things we can do with that fund is to subsidize renewable energy instead, if we really want to end the problem of energy poverty in Nigeria. Subsidizing renewable energy and all the raw materials that are needed for the production and installation of solar systems and wind and other forms of renewable energy. Our government has to transition to renewable energy. I know we have the energy transition plan, beautiful on paper. All of everything we have, all beautiful on paper. Implementation remains the biggest problem, the biggest challenge. We must cut all new investment into all fossil fuel projects in the country. The ones that we have caused enough damage to our environment. Let's ask ourselves, how clean is the organic cleanup? There must be investment in early warning systems to reduce disaster. We know what happened last year with the floods. A lot of people died, properties destroyed, farmlands, and the impact on our economy was huge. We must stop deforestation. Not just stopping deforestation, but we have to restore degraded lands. We know what is happening in the northern part of the country. This is very important because biodiversity remains our strongest defense against climate change right now. If you are talking of climate adaptation in our country, we must end deforestation. We must protect and conserve biodiversity. So our food systems have to change. Sustainable agriculture, climate smart agriculture.
On the final note, the team lead of Global Initiative for Food Security and Ecosystem Preservation, Mike David, advised the incoming democratic government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to join other world leaders to form bomb squad that will diffuse the climate time squad. Mercy AK, Delia TV, Abuja.
Where are all my farmers and owners of agro-related businesses? This is for you. Here at Drag In, we assist rural farmers in getting the right machineries in order to improve production. We export the farm produces to the best markets all over the world. We provide easy access to loan facilities from the financial institutions. Here at Drag In, we train both local and commercial farmers on ways to solve problems in the agricultural sector using modern technology. We also bridge the gap between the local farmers and the mechanized companies in the areas of getting adequate resources while also providing adequate security to the clients in order to prevent the loss and damage of farm products as well as the machineries. What are you waiting for? Visit www.dragin.com to get started.